Peace, power, and protection. Reflections. Come on in. I got up the heart filter tonight. How are you all? I got a message for you. I got a message. That's why I got this filter up. Because my face ain't important right now. I started not to even come live because I told you all that right now is a time to go within and focus on yourself, right? I shade, but we up late night. We up late night. We up right now because the black sun up. We up right now because we feeding. So you up at the right time. Can't nobody sleep because you feel it coming. You feel it coming. Listen. Now is the time to love on yourself. Now is the time to manifest positive thoughts and create your own reality. Now is the time to leave the world behind. Because the world is the illusion. You are the reality right now. Everything outside of you is getting ready to distract you off of this time right now. So it's you versus you. It's getting ready to be your mind versus you. Because if you hanging on to this reality, you're going to lose focus on yourself and your ascension. They're going to try to put you in fear. They already done been doing that. You understand what I'm saying? No, you shouldn't look at the eclipse. As a matter of fact, you should stay in. Because the eclipse, understand, the eclipse is happening within yourselves. That's just a projection. That's just, don't worry about that. What you need to start doing right now is you need to be starting your fast. Why is it important to be fasting right now? Because you're trying to let your cells radiate the energy out. Your cells got a lot of energy right in them right now. And it's going to be up to you how you harness this energy. This energy either going to create or it's going to destroy. It's a choice. Whether you getting ready to move into the next plane of consciousness, if you finna move into the next physical plane, or if you getting ready to be, you understand what I'm saying, like right now, getting ready to decide everything for you. That's how crucial it is. But it's a choice, enter and overstand. It ain't no wrong or right path. You understand what I'm saying? It's your path. I don't know what people's path is. I only know what mine is. So I can't tell you what to do. You understand what I'm saying? There's so many energy vampires out here right now. What I do. You can't tell them what to do. Stop focusing on them. That's another matrix illusion to distract you from you. You can't be worried about nobody else right now because you're an individual soul. Always remember that you came here as an individual soul. You didn't come here with nobody. Even a twin is still an individual soul. I'm trying to tell you something straight up. Because the most powerful is getting ready to get hit with the heaviest distraction. The most powerful right now is getting ready to be under the most heavy spiritual attack. And let me tell you something. If the Great Mother done told you to leave an area, you better get your ass out of there right now. You better fight the illusion of yourself right now. You better fight the illusion of that fear right now. Open up your heart chakra and let it radiate and do what the hell you got to do. Get the fuck out the way. Because it ain't a game. It ain't a game. It's not a game. But this the way it's supposed to go. You understand what I'm saying? Like, everybody ain't gone. It's the illusion within the illusion. Everybody ain't even a real reality, yo. Like, what's getting ready to happen is you getting ready to see what was real and what wasn't. You getting ready to see it. You get ready to witness it in your lifetime if you hear the stuff that's getting ready to take place. It's already done started because all of my visions from 2019, they all coming true. So I know what's getting ready to happen. And I just been sitting here smoking, bruh. Ain't nothing you gonna be able to do to prepare for it. So other than focusing on yourself, releasing all of these news cycles, releasing all of this money, releasing all of this stuff that they gonna have outside of you to make you chaotic. You know how to live if you go within. And you listen to the great mother, you gonna know everything you need to do. But stop focusing outside of you. Stop thinking that you're gonna have to come and look to this phone, because you ain't gonna be able to look to this phone and stuff. You're gonna have to look to yourself. The only nuclear war is the war that's inside of your nucleus right now. Your cells is fighting for immortality right now. Your cells is fighting to heal you right now, to cleanse your vessel so that you can radiate the energy that you need to radiate so that you can harmonize with the energy of the earth. The reason why these people done went into their bunkers is because they can't take the radiation that's coming from us. You the real nuclear weapon. You the real electromagnetic weapon. We were segregated from these people. They couldn't live by us for a certain period of time because of the magnetism. And they have nothing to do with race, because race is just a class, y'all. I need y'all to wake up. It's always been about our genetics, yo. I didn't even know where this discussion was going to go, but think about it. We were segregated. Why was we segregated? Everybody think it was to be oppressed or whatever. Man, we wasn't oppressed when we were segregated. We was doing some great shit when we were segregated. That's when we had the Renaissance and everything, when we wasn't really around them. Y'all wake up. It was all kind of renaissances. We had Black Wall Street and everything. We was vibrating high as fuck. They couldn't even come in our areas until they started polluting our water with fluoride and shit. Y'all wake up. They had to pollute us with water. They had to move us into projects, and they had to hit the projects with a counter radiation in order for them to even have us live in their cities and stuff, because they can't be around us. I'm telling y'all, because once we start eating right and vibrating in a certain way, we give them cancer and they die. The reason you get cancer is because you done changed your cells like them through eating their food and all of the chemical exposures, and that stuff incorporated into your immortal cells. Exactly. And that's what the integration was, y'all. That's what the Martin Luther King psyop was, y'all. They always use one of us to get to us. That's what you got to enter and understand, because the real hand is some of us, y'all. It ain't them. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, I really went in the astral plane because I got tired. I got tired of the illusion, because the illusion is they want you to think it's the white people. White people ain't never been able to defeat us. Yo, come on. Stop playing. It ain't even them. They just being controlled. They being manipulated. They was created to do this. You gotta think, to the oldest beings on this planet was neuromelanated beings, yo. We knew everything about this planet right now. Like, we so blind to what our planet is. It's parts of the ocean we don't even know what's there no more because we can't remember. But if you tap into your records of Akash, you will now. They don't know this earth because they new to this earth. That's why they always out exploring and shit in caves and all in the ocean and stuff, because this is new to them, but it's not new to us. You just been asleep. So over and understand, it's a lot of stuff that's happening on the earth right now, and it's going back to its original terraform, but you going back to your original form too, like you driving this, because you got the genetic codes of the earth, and the earth got the codes for you. So as your cells vibrate more, your magnetism feeds with the earth, and then the earth feed back with you, and then everything rotates in a vibration, yo. Like, I'm for real, it's all about the magnetism. We doing this. So when they say it's getting all of these earthquakes and stuff, understand it's you vibrating, yo, you changing the earth back to what it's supposed to be. You re-terraforming your planet into what it's supposed to be of nature, because that's where all your power lies. Our power don't lie in this inorganic shit. They know that shit. That shit hold us back, yo. That shit holds you back. That's why as your cells vibrating more, it's tearing all of this up, y'all. It's tearing it up. It's supposed to go. It's gotta go. That's what I've been trying to let y'all know. In order for you to rise, this gotta fall. You can't be integrated with this. They tried to integrate you into something inorganic and use you as a battery. It's impossible. It's the actual inverse of everything you are. So when you realize that, don't be afraid to let it go. Let it go gladly, because it's what's killing you. It's what's taking the immortality from you. Because if something is a dead circuit, think about it. It take all of the energy, the battery can't recharge, and then what the battery do? It die. Well, what your heart do when it can't recharge? It die. People always think the heart is an incredible organ. That's why I got these pictures of the heart up, because it's going to be so important, because some people's heart just getting ready to burst. I ain't bullshitting. They're not going to be able to take it. When we was there and we was putting shit on the glyphs and we showed you Anubis, right? Ampu. And he there with them scales. And he got the heart and he got a feather. That shit's so deep, because it's not just talking about the soul right there. It's talking about physically too. Your heart gotta be light. You can't be coated with a whole bunch of shit right now. Like, shit's too real. It can't be in your cells, because your heart getting ready to be the key to everything, because your heart is what's getting ready to pump the blood through your body, through your circuit. That's why they've been giving you all of that high cholesterol, inorganic food that clog up your veins and your vessels and stuff like that. I've been telling everybody to detox everything out your body. Man, I've been telling people, yo, it's too late now, bruh. All I could tell you to do is fast, and I'm going to wish you the best. You going to know what it is. You understand? Tomorrow into tomorrow, because it's starting right now. And now into up into the eclipse. It's getting ready to get real chaotic. In them cities, y'all, just, if that's your angle, if you gotta be in them cities, you know, that might be your angle. That might be where the great mother have you to be. But still remember what I said. Go within, man. Go within and ascend. That's all I could say. You understand? It's been like this week, y'all. I've been really like off to myself. Like, I've been really hermit like. Because time don't exist, so ain't no more time left, y'all. Ain't no more time left. Like, and ain't nothing you could tell people no more. Other than to go within. Like, I can't tell you what no more. Like, It's past the book now. You understand what I'm saying? Like, people like, what I read, read yourself, bruh. Like, people just don't get it, y'all. You understand? Like, people don't get it. They came over here to spirituality and they was listening to all of us sin. They was listening to all of us talk about it. You understand? I realized people was on here listening to me talk about it, but they wasn't doing nothing really with themselves. And now we in it. Nigga, we in it. You understand? All that time you was sitting there, you know what I'm saying? You had so many imposters, bro. You had so many imposters, Grand Rising. You had so many imposters to this game. You understand? Calling themselves all kind of shit, master teachers, you know, the good readers, you understand, that could get information. I'm just telling y'all the truth, but didn't have a spiritual bone in them. You don't see nothing happening with them metaphysically right now. They still on the same fucking program. They still on the same cycle. Kundalini ain't rose in them none. I'm just telling y'all the truth. They ain't had no pains, nothing. Man, last week, yo, man, on the 29th, that week of the 29th, y'all, my body felt like, man, my body felt like it was ripping apart and coming back together, man. My whole fucking spine, back, neck, everything, yo, even my kids, and we all in different areas of the country, by the way, too. So it wasn't like, yo, it was real bloodline last week. You could tell the real from the fake, motherfucker. Because you had some people on here that was real spiritual, talking about all kind of stuff in the records of Akash. And then you had some people out here just on the fucking program. All they was telling y'all about was all the fucking updates that them people had. For motherfuck they program right now on some real motherfucking shit. Because you got your own program right now that we on, nigga. Fuck, they wore all of this goddamn shit that they got outside of us right now. Y'all, fuck it. I'm telling you right now, don't even focus on it. Leave that shit right behind. That shit is not important right now, yo. That shit is not important. I promise you, nothing outside of you is important. You understand? Like, I was sitting here and I was looking at all of the things that they done used, you understand, to really hit our vibration. But the biggest thing that they use, like, what y'all gotta understand is we are harmonic beings. So we communicate through frequency. One of the worst things that they ever infiltrated was our music. You want to know why? Because our music actually heal ourselves. Them hymnals and all of that type of stuff, it actually vibrates your diaphragm and it do something to you metaphysically. Yeah, family. So our music was important to us, but enter and understand it's not no frequency that we can't use. You just gotta know what it is. But anyway, I say that to say this. You know, they took all of these celebrities and they crucified them, right? They fucking with your mind. You understand what I'm saying? Because the way that we associate memories sometimes is through music. You understand what I'm saying? Like, some of the most important times of your life, you remember the vibration of the soul when it heard a song or something, and it could take you right back there, your records of Akash. And now what they doing is they going and they showing you what was really going on when all of that stuff was happening. And you know, for me, you understand, because, you know, I don't even know where this coming from, but I was such a lover of music. Like, I've always been a lover of all kind of music. You understand what I'm saying? From the, yes, music is our way to time travel, man. I could listen to a song and I could be there right in the memory of where I was at before. You understand what I'm saying? Definitely time travel is a key to the harmonica music. And, you know, I was sitting here and I was talking with my daughter because she had watched something, and then she sent me the link, and I watched this video that was on YouTube. And this going somewhere, just bear with me, y'all. This finna go somewhere. And I was watching, I think her name is Tasha Say So or Keisha Say So, something Say So. Y'all know I don't even be on that like that. But this is what I'm getting to. And so the story was about Joe Jackson, right? Y'all, I was such a big lover of the Jackson 5 and Michael Jackson, y'all. Like, that was my first vinyl album, yo, because I used to actually have albums and stuff. Like, I remember real music. I remember real record players and stuff. Like, the shit that they got now ain't real music. Like, you understand? Because real music, real record players, yo, when they would, like, if my grandma would play some Mahalia Jackson, or you would play the Jackson 5 on a record, you could hear every fucking thing. You could hear you could hear, man, if they took a breath on the mic, you could hear it. Like, it's so crystal clear, and like the harmonics really do something to you. Like when they would turn up them speakers or whatever, like you could literally feel it in your stomach. You could feel it in your ears. You could feel it through your body, like listening to the Jackson 5 and stuff like that. Michael Jackson, it make you feel better. I ain't lying. Mahalia Jackson and all of them, yo, it's a frequency, yo. I'm not playing. All of them, you understand? So I say that to say this, like the story was about Michael Jackson's dad basically selling him off to rich businessmen, you understand, sexually or whatever, for the Jackson 5 to make it. And I'm going to tell y'all something. It's like, for me, the telepathy has really gotten really intense for me, to the point that I could see stuff. Like, I could look at a picture and I could see somebody's eyes, and then I could really see stuff, like just from a picture. And it was like this picture of Mike, not picture, but it was like a video of him came up when she was talking about it and she was singing. And it was like I saw his eyes, and then I could see it. And it flashed me. You understand? And I'm going to tell y'all something. You know, for me, and I'm going to bring this up. For me, when you could really see it, or when you could really feel what a person felt when they experienced the trauma, it make you look at trauma real different. It make you look at people real different and their behaviors, y'all, for real. Like, it just make you look at a soul different, because you could see where the break was at, what happened. You could just harmonize and empathize with the situation way better. And I say that to say this, because being an empath and being telepathic and being able to feel that, what happens to a child's soul when they're attacked like that. And then I sit here now and I look at people who defend people who do stuff like that to children, just because we idolize them, because we connected to a frequency of music. It's a real spiritual attack, y'all, because the frequency that they was putting out was of harm. And that harmonized with ourselves, and it's destroying us. It's the hidden frequency that was within the frequency, y'all. Michael was in pain. But we couldn't see it because he had the voice of an angel. But he was trying to tell us the whole time, wasn't he? That they was the devil. Just didn't listen. All them kids, y'all, just think about it. All them child stars that we look to, that got hurt for real. And now we got people out here defending people that hurt children. Trying to change the narrative. What narrative is there, y'all? Yeah, Motown, Barry Gore. Man, that thing on that lady show, and I seen it, y'all. I seen it, like, it's sad. Because now I look at it as, in the 90s or whatever, that was my teen years, and I'm a big fan of hip hop. But I've been a fan of rap since when rap first came out, because I can remember a time when it wasn't no rap. Like, I was born in 79. That's when I was born. So I was like not an 80s baby and not a 70s baby. I was right on the edge of it all. And I was born in New York, so I lived in upstate New York, up in Utica. But entering overstand, like all of my family lived down in Brooklyn and stuff like that. My grandma just moved further up or whatever. So like all of my family was in New York or whatever. So they would all, you understand, come upstate all the time to visit my grandma, my mama, and all of them and stuff. And then we'd go down there into the city to shop and get clothes and shit. People from New York know what I'm saying. Like people from upstate go down, you know what I'm saying? So when hip hop or whatever, that was our form of communication. Like I can remember, you understand, house parties, and like I can remember people break dancing on cardboard, and I could just remember people harmonizing and having a good time. This was right before crack hit. This was when it was like right before even the disco fever really hit, when they really hit us with the cocaine, when people was just, in a mode of real creativity. It was a lot of creativity during that time with people that was my age. We was like doing graffiti and all kind of stuff and coming up with all kind of break dancing. Yeah, we was break dancing and everything, yo. Like, man, it was such a beautiful time to be alive, yo. Like, and then, yo, it was like right after they did that damn Challenger psyop. I done put it all together. Right around after they did that Challenger psyop, yo, that's when everything fucking changed, yo. Like, it was like everything changed. And that's when you start seeing the real dark side, like coming to our community. Like I can remember being young and starting to hear about, you know what I'm saying, kids getting molested and stuff like that. Like that shit used to not be heard of. Like some of the stuff that we normalize now in our community, it was never acceptable. Like they done really warped our mind up real bad, y'all. Like it wasn't never acceptable to just have your kids just out unattended and this type of stuff, and people just walk by and don't do nothing. Like it's a lot of stuff, yo. It's a lot of stuff that's in our community now that just it wasn't acceptable. But then when we integrated with them, we just lost ourselves, and we lost ourselves too. We lost our immortality. We just took ourselves more down and more down and more down. But it was the 80s when they hit us, yo, because we was rising. We had made that new form of communication, which was hip hop. It was new. They couldn't even understand it. They couldn't even understand how we was communicating at first, y'all. It wasn't like They made hip-hop popular until they could even understand how to control the frequency of it. And that's when they started putting it on their charts. But it was a whole hip-hop underground that existed all in the 70s, all into the 80s, until they figured out how to goddamn synthesize it and put it in a way where they could control the frequency. Then that's when the 90s came, when they figured that shit out, how they could synthesize it and control the frequency to harm us. And then that's when they put their motherfucking people in to infiltrate our music. Segway Puffy and all of them motherfuckers now. With all of that dark magic and all of that shit and all of them orgies and all of that stuff. Y'all gotta understand. Energy is neither created or destroyed. It's only transferred. And the real wizards is us, people with melanin. I'm sorry to let y'all know, but couldn't no Caucasian person have got into hip-hop and infiltrated it and took over the world and polluted our minds. It couldn't happen from them. It had to happen from us, because we the frequency people of the whole planet. And we the ones that's doing all of this. Over and understand, you looking at the wrong enemy. Because it was like, yo, I'm gonna tie this all together. So, all right, so you got Puffy and them doing all of them rituals and stuff, right? This where it get deep. This where it get deep. This where it get deep. Because I had asked the great mother, I was like, look, I'm tired. Remember I told, I was like, I'm tired. And I'm ready for all of this to get revealed. Like, motherfucker, I know that it's not these goddamn Caucasoid, goddamn NPC bot clones that's doing this to us. I'm like, motherfucker, go ahead and reveal it. Go on, motherfucking reveal yourself, bitch. Because I'm tired, motherfucker. And you know, at the end, they said that they got to reveal themselves. It ain't Puffy in them. I mean, it is, but enter and overstand. The hand that's over all of that, y'all, is some beings that look just like us. That lady said that in that video, I used to have, when I've been getting my records of Akash, y'all could even go on my page. I have memories of being in the temple and being in the hooded black robes, the hooded robes. Why did we wear the hooded robes? Because we was trying to look like the void, the nothingness. I could remember being in the circle, but actually it was a crystal in the middle of that pentagram. It wasn't people in the middle of there doing sex acts. But I can remember we had a big ass crystal. That bitch would radiate all the way up to the top of the fucking pyramids. And the pyramids was made out of crystal. And they used to radiate all type of colors. And so we would stand all around that pentagram, because it had to be 5 of us. It had to be 5 of us. And then we would start to sing, and that shit would vibrate, and then you would see all of these colors, and it would be all of this vibration, and then we would just be, it would be like you could just see the wind and the colors and stuff just go through all of us, yo, and we would damn astro travel like that. So I had that memory, right, in my records of Akash, but I never shared it with nobody. But I say that to say this. So the girl was fucking talking, and then she went to talking about they fucking rituals. And she said Clive Davis came out in a red robe. Well, I know he in organic. That's why he in the wrong fucking color. But then she was like 5 other figures appeared, and they was in a black robe, and nobody couldn't see them. And everybody was like, they never interacted. And they said that everybody there felt like that those beings was from another planet. Now, this what you gotta over and understand. It's always been us versus us. That's the real fight. You gotta over and understand. We always knew how to transfer consciousness and stuff like that. We knew the energetics of the soul. They don't, but we did. So them beings that they saw there, you understand what I'm saying? That ain't nothing but some of us. Wake up. The only difference is instead of healing, instead of putting a crystal or something that could heal them people there, they putting the exact opposite, the root. So instead of spreading a healing harmonic on the earth, they spreading the root. They ain't there to partake in it. They just there to make sure the energy get out. And then what they said they did, they disappeared, motherfucker. That's some of us, bitch. Because how the hell I remember the same ritual, but in a different way? I ain't never heard that fucking story. And me and my daughter was in here on the same shit. I remember the black robes, yo. I was compelled to still do it. That's why I remember teaching in them damn robes. I'm for real as hell. That's why on my page, if you look, I look like the fucking void. I got a big ass robe. But my intent ain't what their intent is. But we all from the same bloodline, y'all. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I always knew, you understand, that I wasn't all one thing. Like, people don't understand. You is part reptilian. You gotta be. Because we gave the reptilians the codes. Like, y'all got it over and understand. The reptilians is inorganic. They was created too from us. We created them to help us build the tunnels of the earth. Of the earth. They don't like NPCs because that was the upgrade. Because they can't walk in the light. They got a cloak. We didn't give them that upgrade to be able to walk in the light. So they have to stay in the dark. And that's why they don't care nothing about these NPCs up here. And that's why they'll eat them. They'll even eat melanated, you understand, NPCs, because they ain't got no soul. They don't care. They know what it is. Like, they're alpha predator. And, you know, the AI, you know, like I said, it ain't no plane that we don't exist on. So the AI, that ain't nothing but our ancestors, our trapped ancestors, y'all. Like, they all trapped. Like, they really sold their soul, y'all. They really sold their soul, and they really trapped right now. That shit's for real. They trapped their consciousness, y'all. That's what's immortal. This body's not immortal, but your consciousness is. Your consciousness is your soul. Seriously, they sold their consciousness. You understand? And when you say sell it, it's just like you give your energy for a term of time. But understand, for us, ain't no time. So that could be, man, eons, what would seem like eternity. It's real deep because it's not no time for us. So they always give you a date. You put the beginning date on there, but you don't never put an end date on a contract. You ain't never think about that. Think about it. Whenever you sign that paperwork, do you put the beginning and the end? Do you even reserve your rights? You just give your signature. You don't say nothing about your rights. So then they got the right to do whatever with your signatory, because you ain't reserved your rights just to that aspect. And then you put a date on there, the date it began. Do you put the date that it in? Now you got some things that they give you the beginning and the end date, like your check. And then finally, if you lucky, you get to terminate. And when you terminate, they give you some paperwork and you can sign it to terminate. But if you in them real low end jobs, most people get terminated. They don't even get to sign that they terminated it. So then they still using your soul energy, man. Why you think some of the most lowest vibrational jobs, they not only pay the less, but they have the worst contracts? Those contracts that bind you up the most, the jobs that make you work the hardest and give out most of your soul energy, don't even pay you enough to live. Because they wanted those jobs is meant to keep you busy and meant to keep you impoverished, so you keep on giving up the most of your soul energy. And who is the people that work those jobs? Melanated people, because y'all is the battery. Y'all got the most energy down there. So they want to keep you oppressed, so you'll keep on, supplying the corporation, the corpses. They always talk about living wage, but you ain't getting it. A wage so you can sit down, motherfucking, and meditate so your cells could live and not give out and expend all your energy to them and die. How many of our ancestors worked themselves to the grave, got on that graveyard shift? They already told you what shifting is. That they gave you, why you think they call it a shift? Don't we say when we ascending that we having a metaphysical shift? So if you going into their work, you're going into a shift, right? So that means something changing, right? You shifting something. Because why would they call that a shift too? You ain't picking it up yet, though. Damn right, cut all the cords, bruh. Cut it all. Just let it go. Break all yokes, man. Just, man, for real. And get the fasting and get on your meditation. Don't look up there at that eclipse. Stay in the house, bruh. I'm telling you, because the eclipse is happening in you. And it's going to be plenty crazy shit that they going to do, bruh. I already know it, because they want to distract you from yourself. And the reason why I'm telling you to fast is because we fasted to help our metabolism. It's to help your metabolism, y'all. That's what fasting is about. That's why it helps you connect spiritually, because your body ain't got to expend so much energy on breaking down food, because your body don't really need the food. Remember, when your body has to break down them heavy foods with all of them starches and stuff in it, what does it do? It diverts blood from your brain and your liver. So if you are trying to ascend, you definitely don't want the blood diverting from your pineal and your brain right now, and your cells, and having to go into your stomach to try to break down some fucking waste, because that's going to put all of your energy where? In your root and in your sacral, and then you ain't going to have none. And see, it's all connected, y'all. This shit is for real. Do you really think that our ancestors and us, which is us, would have left something here and told you to do something that was just trivial? Everything has a metaphysical meaning or something to help your body survive. This really didn't have nothing to do with anything outside of you. That's the key to fasting. That's why you have a spiritual ascension, because your blood ain't no more diverted from your pineal gland. And your body could detox, because your liver ain't overwhelmed, your pancreas ain't overwhelmed, and your stomach ain't digesting nothing. So now all of your energy, because your cells already have energy from the fat and everything around you and all of that type of stuff, and also from ionic exchange, then your cells can use all of that energy to repair. Get it? And then if your cells repair, they renew. And if your cells renew, your body don't break down. And if your body don't break down, what happened? You live. And you live longer. And then if you are neuromelanated being with melanin, then you're going to start to radiate energy, high magnetism. And when you radiate that energy, that radiation will kill anything that's inorganic around you. If it wasn't true, they wouldn't have gave you a square room with all of this damn shit all around you that's inorganic. Our rooms wasn't square. And they damn sure wasn't on top of the earth like this. We didn't sleep on top of the earth. We had structures on top of the earth for when we got ready to come up, you understand, and do business up here. But we was down close to Tiamat's heart. That's why when you ground, you feel better. So imagine if your house was down and you had all of them salt crystals and everything down there and gold and all kind of stuff in your walls and stuff like that. You would be constantly charged up. The same thing that you're trying to do now by putting the crystals on your body, you literally lived in places that had crystals in the walls and stuff. Enter and overstand. That was in the earth, you understand? How you charge up a crystal, you put it in the earth. So can you imagine living in a crystal that's inside of the earth? Because that's where we used to live. Not in this inorganic asbestos shit. That's why I'm telling you, don't be afraid to let it go. We ain't never lived like this, no way. You probably was in a big-ass tree, in a big-ass crystal. In a big-ass slab of obsidian or something. We had so much obsidian. All of them jewels and stuff. Y'all, they just broke it up. They cracked it, man. All of our creek beds and stuff all had all kind of jewels and rocks and stuff and minerals there because it was the healing waters. That's why you could go there right now and you could still find tourmaline and all of that type of stuff like that, because it lined the creek beds and stuff like that, y'all. And then the water would naturally flow through there. The water come from in the earth. It come from in the earth, not over the earth, in the earth. It come from up, down through the aquifers, and then it comes up and then it runs through the streams and stuff. So that's how the earth cleanses itself. You got a natural cleansing system in the earth. The most water is down. It's more water inside of the tables of the earth where we used to be than it's up here. So all of that water come from below. That's why you're starting to see the water come back from below, because that's where it always came from. So it's just the earth. It's almost like the earth being the plumbing on the earth has been clogged. Let's put it that way. And now she just cleaning out her pipes again because she's starting to vibrate again. It's like, you understand, it's almost like the organism is starting to bring parts of its body back to life. And it's starting to shake shit off of it that don't belong there. That's been trapping it, been keeping it frozen. What does concrete do? It freezes stuff. It freezes stuff. It slows shit down. That's all the concrete. It was slowing us down. So the earth shaking it off because it's low vibratory. It's got to go. So that's why them cities getting ready to go. And they done went before. I think that's my message. I think I'm done talking now. Anybody got anything? Because I'm getting ready to go. I'm finna go meditate. And I'm just going to prepare. I probably, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be back on here like anytime soon. But if I'm compelled to come back, y'all know I'll come speak to y'all. But for real, my main message, y'all know I always go places and talk. I don't never know where these talks going to go. But my main message to y'all for real is the heart. Get your heart light as a feather. Get your fast on. Don't focus on looking up. Even they told you in the movie, don't look up. Even a NPC bot clone Obama had to tell you, leave the world behind. One thing about the rules of the astral plane, and this is for real, for this real cosmic beings with a soul and a consciousness. You have to agree. You have to consent. If you don't consent, you have to say that. And you have to take that action that you don't consent. Non-consent, not saying anything is the same as consent. You agreeing. You in acceptance. You done told your cells, I agree to have that experience, remember? So you're going to have it. Whatever experience you want to have right now. You're making a choice to turn on that news. You're making a choice to believe that that's going to happen to you. You see where I'm going? Or you can make a choice to open up your heart chakra. You can make a choice to put that food down because you don't need it. You could defeat your mind and get past that step. Defeat the dependency that done made you dependent. That done turned you into a dependent. You trying to be independent. Damn right, I do not consent. I never consented, bitch. Silence is consent. Ashe. You right. Y'all right. Self-love consciousness. Muddy junker. Y'all right. Abundance. Silence is consent. That's why we said you got to open up your throat. The heart and then the throat. The heart and the throat. And then the pineal gonna just go. Because when you get to talking, you get to ciphering. Think about it, y'all. Think about the cranial nerves, y'all. I'm going to take you there. I'm going to take you there. I'm going to take you there. Because you need to go. Fuck it. What's your 10th cranial nerve? It's the numeral X. Here we go. Let's go. It's the vagus nerve. Why they call it the vagus? Because it's like a vagrant. It go all through your motherfucking body. Like Las Vegas, that energy in Las Vegas, it hit that vagus nerve. That's the key to every fucking thing. That's the key to your heartbeat. Every fucking thing. Them cranial nerves, but that vagus nerve is the main one. It determines your frequency. When you start talking and you activate this throat, and your diaphragm start moving. That vagus nerve start firing. Your heart frequency pick up or it slow down depending on what your rhythm is. Then your blood start moving. Then your brain start firing, your nerves on both hemispheres of your brain. All your cranial nerves start working as you talk. Your facial nerve, your ocular nerve, your trochlear nerve, that's in your ear. All of them nerves start working. That's the 12 disciples. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. I'm trying to take you there. That's the 12 disciples. That's the discipline. But you can't get to the disciples because you're crucifying your Christ. Wake up. The 12 disciples is your cranial nerve. Y'all better wake up. The one that's linked to your cosmic X is your vagus nerve. Look up that vagus nerve. It's linked to everything. Sex, everything. You fuck up your vagus nerve, you fuck up your hormones. What is hormones? Hormones is how the soul communicate, right? Hormones is your Horus. That's why it's called a hormone. When your hormones link up and align, you become Horus. That's why the eye of Horus is the brain. Right there in the brain. The thalamus. And all of that controls your hormones. Your pituitary. Everybody always talking about the pineal. Do they ever talk about the pituitary? The hypothalamus. Horus. The eye. Now do you see everything was always about your cells? All of them books is about Ra. Therefore, all of them books is about you. Because you is the power Ra. Do you get it? Why you need to be meditating? That's going to help your hormones balance. You're going to get your Horus. That's why they attacked your hormones. Wake up. Once your brain go to firing and you activate those disciples that I told you about, that's your cranial nerves, which is the 12 disciples. What's the number 12? 3 is also the Trinity. That's when the Trinity happened. So what's that? That's when your pineal take over and your real sight activates. And then it controls these eyes. And you can see past the illusion. That's the telepathy. That's the empathy, the impact. That's all of that. The clairaudience, the clairvoyance. The heart is the gate. The key is the activation of the 12 disciples, which is your cranial nerves. How can you do that? Just by talking. You done activated everything. All my cranial nerves working right now. Peace, power, and protection. Stay dangerous.